What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Yesterday I took a break because a CJ supporter inboxed me on IG, told me I need to go watch the people who support CJ because I need to look at the situation with Royalty and CJ from a different point of view. And I took their advice. I went to a lot of channels that support CJ, and I'm just gonna be real and be honest. These are my opinions, these are my facts. I just want to say that they act like echo channels because everybody is saying the same thing, talking about the same thing, is nobody is not really holding CJ accountable for his behavior. And the supporter also said that we who support Royalty has daddy issues or baby father issues, or our kids' father are not in our life. And I do want to talk about that because it's funny how y'all think that we over here don't have no father, we over here has baby daddy issues, and that's why we mad at CJ. No, if you was raised up right by a good man, or you have a good baby father, you will understand that CJ behavior is very unacceptable. And I don't hate CJ, and I'm always gonna say that because y'all got this feeling that I hate CJ and only side with Royalty. No, I don't hate CJ. CJ is really going through something mentally. I'm not a doctor. I did not prescribe it. These are my opinions. But how the way he is moving out here, his behavior is very unstable. One minute he rooting for Royalty, he want to co-parent Royalty, he say great things about Royalty. The next minute he hate Royalty. And a lot of people say he got this hate because he don't see his kids. This man got his kids, and he is still attacking the mother of his kids. CJ doing things right now for attention. And it's kind of scary that he's a grown man at his age, have to get validation from the internet to live his personal life. That people get mad when people voice their opinion on CJ life. This man clearly blogged his life. Then he'll turn around and try to gaslight the situation, make it seem like, oh, I just did this for entertainment. No, you did it because you want attention. Like this whole scenario thing, him acting like a little girl, acting like, kind of weird. I don't like that. I mean, because at the end of the day, if you're going to represent yourself, represent yourself. If you're going to do things for attention and act like you this type of person, or act like you too feminine, then you get mad when people start calling you gay. You made it that way because of the way you acting. You can't do everything for attention and not expect people to have backlash on the situation. And back to the daddy issue. I don't have daddy issues. My father always been in my life. He's a great man. He's a great example of how a man's supposed to be. Even the father of my kids, a great man. And that's why I with him, and that's why I appreciate him, because every time I see Royalty and CJ go through this disagreement, how the way he drag her on the internet like a child, he acting out because he don't know how to deal with his emotions. And y'all like to blame Royalty. Yes, CJ do things. He do things because he's a father. I'm not gonna give no man no praise because he doing things that he's supposed to do. He's supposed to take care of his kids. He's supposed to feed his kids. He's supposed to play with his kids. He's supposed to take his kids out. I'm not gonna give him this praise because he doing things that a father's supposed to do. And I don't drag CJ about every little thing. I only drag CJ when his behavior become very inappropriate. I don't care about CJ's personal life outside of Royalty and the kids. My whole channel is based off Royalty and CJ and the twins and what they got going on. And I care less about who's in the background in his videos because, like I said, CJ do things for attention. I just want to talk about the daddy issues. I feel like the channel that's out here representing CJ didn't have a father growing up, or they dealing with a toxic baby daddy, and they hate Royalty because they baby father deal with a woman like Royalty, a woman with kids, and they baby father is helping that woman take care of their kids. So they're speaking from a personal standpoint. They're not thinking from a logical standpoint, because if they were thinking logically, they would understand that CJ behavior is very inappropriate. And if they did have their father in their life, they would understand a father not supposed to treat the mother of his kids that way, because at the end of the day, a baby father got to make sure that the mother of their kids is mentally stable to raise his kids when the kids are not in his care. His only motive right now is to destroy Royalty mentally and emotionally to make her get off track. And I'm glad that Royalty is staying level-headed. If y'all feel like CJ is mentally stable, and like I said, these are my opinion, I feel like y'all really need to go study human behavior. CJ is acting out for attention. And if CJ loses this custody battle, it's not going to look good for Royalty in the future. And I'm just going to be real, I'm just going to be honest. We can sit here and say CJ is not that type of person. CJ is not going to harm Royalty. When that photo got leaked of CJ with the gun to his face, that raised a red flag to me. And it ain't all they got to be about CJ and Royalty. It's just women in general. especially when you're going through a custody battle, court agreement, and the father lose some type of custody of his kids, or he got the type of custody that he did not want. He gonna do something out of anger. And I'm not a doctor. Before I say this, I just want to say this is my opinion. These are things that I observed from CJ behavior for the last couple of months, and that's why sometimes I do not go hard on CJ like the way I want to go hard on CJ, because I feel like this man is mentally unstable and I don't want him to hurt nobody. CJ act out in his emotions, and we already know when CJ get mad, you can tell when CJ get mad. He go on a rampage, he go on the internet, he'll do anything to harm that person that he's trying to attack. It's not only about royalty, he did it with Nike before also. Another thing, y'all gotta understand, CJ live his life based off his comment section or his supporters. And if he out here writing for channels who speak negative on royalty, yes, his energy towards royalty is going to be negative because he getting his energy from his supporters. And now he going through this court case with royalty, and hypothetically speaking, if he does lose some type of custody of those kids, or the court don't goes in his favor, CJ is going to act out in a rampage because CJ act out on his emotions. He's been doing this for the last couple of months. And like I said, if you really pay attention to CJ behavior, it's unstable. 1 minute, like I said, he speak good, and 1 minute he speak bad. He only speak bad when things don't go his way. It's all about control. So if CJ is put in a situation where he's losing and he's not controlling the narrative, you have to be careful dealing with a dude like CJ. And I'm not saying that CJ is a killer. I'm not saying that CJ gonna hurt royalty, but I have seen men who lose court case battle or act like they don't love this woman and act out in a jealous rage with this woman fully move on. And like I said, y'all feel like CJ is this perfect guy. Nothing is wrong with CJ. Look how this man is acting. Something is wrong with this dude. And I feel like a lot of people who supporting CJ right now are echo channels. To be honest, I feel like they coming from a personal standpoint, and they like to say that people who support royalty, you know, we bitter, we don't have no father in our life. If you actually pay attention to CJ behavior, it's very unstable. Like I said, I'm not the doctor. You don't need to have a license to, you know, judge somebody's bad behavior patterns. And he always display bad behavior patterns. So yes, I did watch the CJ supporter channels. I still disagree to the things they are saying about royalty, because the things they are speaking on royalty about does not make sense. She has been a great mother to her kids. She taught her kids, she nurtured her kids. She's a mother at the end of the day, and nobody is not perfect. But it's sad that they don't see the wrongdoing in this man. They feel like this man is a god. They are obsessed with him, and that's the issue.